All right, makers and artists alike, I am happy to introduce to you the Chompsaw. So here is a new tool in the art room and the makerspace, and I want to give you guys a few heads up on how to use it. It is a wonderful tool for cutting through thin cardboards, fabric, maybe even a thicker paper. Thicker cardboards, you do run into, it's not quite as easy to use. So I'm just gonna kind of give you a quick demonstration so you have some ideas on how you might be able to use this in your work. So here's our Chompsaw. It does have a little opening that you do need to empty because that's where it kind of connects the schnibbles, if you will. This green, it's a metal plate. It does come up. And that's where you're gonna find our plug. When I replace it, what I want you guys to notice is this little white line on this little button here, if you will. That white line, oops, I actually did it backwards. It can go either way, really. But if you notice this line here, it actually has little arrows that kind of guide you because this white line here is our cutting surface. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna plug this in. If you're in the makerspace, there's a ton of plugs that you can be using. Otherwise, in the art studio, I have a couple different areas that you can use. The plug is on the back side, if you see that. And then the power button is right on the side here. It does make a bit of noise, so you might want to have some headphones for some of your kiddos that are a little bit more noise sensitive. What's great about this little thing here, it is completely safe. Unless our little kiddos can fit their fingers way in here. But in the original demonstration that I saw, someone even had their hair run through there and it doesn't get caught. So it's really a very safe machine to use. We're gonna start off with just a toilet paper tube. Let's say I wanna cut this in half. All I need to do is, again, follow that line. This white is the cutting. You can kind of pull that through. I feel like it's a little easier to pull than push for some of our cardboards. Let's say I'm using another cardboard. Actually, I'm not going to use this line because I hate to use lines that are right in the middle of a piece of cardboard. I would rather see that we have a shape on the edge, so that leaves it for someone else to be able to use. Now, in this case, the easiest thing to do really is to cut it into a square. But I can also just follow that line. I think someone said, ooh, it's almost a little bit of coding because the kids have to kind of think about which way to turn that cardboard to get it to cut. But you can really get it to cut some fantastic shapes. I'm even going to cut off that little area right there. Woo. And there you go. So that was the original design. Now, originally this was not made for what I'm going to show you next, but I love that we can do it. And that is fabric. And the fabric, what I do in my classroom is I usually have the kids have two folds. And then they'll have a piece of paper pinned on top. And it's just lovely for cutting any sort of design that they draw on top. And I'm just gonna demonstrate a really quick cut right now. And I'm gonna go back. Oh, I decided I'm gonna go this direction. And there you have it. So it's a little fuzzy, but I think especially if it's like a felt or something, that's a lot harder for our little kid scissors to cut through. So this is just gonna be a really great tool for us moving forward. So if you have any questions, I'm happy to demonstrate, work with you for a little bit in the makerspace, and can't wait to see what you guys make.